Hi Roger, thanks so much. Hamilton with Haydocy Airstream RV here in Columbus, Ohio. We're going to go over how to use your Tabitha. Now we're going to use the Tab S floor plan, same thing you've got. We don't have another Tabitha in stock at the moment, so I can't show you the exact way that your cushions and everything will look, but it's the same basic principles. Everything will be 99% the same. So let's start up front. On your tub up front, just open the latch. The battery disconnect is here. To use the battery, just turn it to where you see the green. And then to get rid of to kill the battery, just turn it to where it's red. That simple. Propane tanks up front, just open it to use it and then close it to not use it. Sometimes you may have to push down on the tub a little bit to get it to latch. Always lift up to make sure it's latched properly for travel. The water systems are pretty simple. They're just like any other water system. You undo the caps and pull the lever, everything comes out gravity fed. There won't be any kind of clean outs or any of that kind of stuff you'll need to do to it. Pretty much all you want to do is just make sure your hose is hooked up properly. The hose is into the dump station or to the hook up there at the campsite. Pull your lever, whatever's in there will come out pretty quick, so make sure your hoses are hooked up. Let's go on this side. To fill your water, all you want to do is push in the bottom of the water fill until it clicks. And you'll stand here with a water hose. And the water will go directly into the fill. Once it's full, it'll start gurgling and you'll be able to hear it. You'll know when it's full. It'll actually start splashing back out. And then just shut that. That way debris, bugs, that kind of stuff will not get back inside of your water tank. If you're at the campsite that has water, just unplug this. Screw a water hose directly into it with a water pressure regulator that was inside the camper, and then that's all you need to do for water. For the TVs, if you have cable, great. If you don't, we take a paper clip and just kind of wind it up to make it a circle and then shove it directly inside of the cable TV outlet. We can pick up about 30 channels sitting here on the lot that way. Now this little antenna here is just for the radio, so that's not a TV antenna, that is just a radio antenna. Moving back towards the back, this window does not open. This would be just the vent for the refrigerator, or the air conditioner I mean. And then your windows. It's best to unlatch your windows from the inside, and I'll show you how to do that once we go inside the coach. But to get the windows to the position you want, it's easier to do that out here. You just lift the window and then on both sides tighten the little nubs down, and the windows will stay at whatever height you want it. You can open it a little bit, you can open it all the way. This is the fully open position now. Your power cord hooks directly into here. It's just like most power cords on campers. It plugs in and it turns, and you tighten the little yellow lockdown on here. That way nobody, if somebody kicks it on accident traveling through the campsite, you don't have to worry about it falling out. Like we had a conversation the other day about this being 110. Make sure you're plugging into 110 30 amp at the campground. If you need to plug it into this orange extension cord or a 110 outlet to the side of the house, that's not a problem. Just make sure you get the little adapter that goes from 30 amp down to 110. This unit is equipped with an outside shower. I'm not sure if yours was or not. I can't remember off the top of my head. If it was, it's literally just hot and cold water inside of there. No big deal. Shower head turns on and off. This is the exhaust for your Aldi system. This will be your hot water and your heat. This is something you will not have to mess with. All this is just the burn off for the propane if you're on propane, and also if there's any kind of extra heat built up in the Aldi system from either the hot water or the heat, this will be the exhaust for it. All right, moving back around. The handles literally are handles. They're here to push the camper, pull the camper, move it around. If you don't get it back directly where you want it to, two people can move this camper. I mean, one person can move the camper pretty easily. So. Your jacks are on all four sides. The crank handle is underneath your dinette seat. You just literally crank them down, crank them back up. You don't want to over tension the jacks. All you want to do is stabilize the camper with those. Leveling the camper, you want to get the front to back level just off the jack on the front. So that will do your front to back. Your side to side level will do, if you need, if you're off a little bit, it's best just to run it up on a 2x4 or a rock or something of that sort, just enough to get it to where it's fairly level, to where it's comfortable for you to sleep in. All right, coming to this side. You do have two 110 outlets on the outside here. That'll just be for anything else. If you want to put up party lights or plug up a TV or a radio or anything of that sort out here, that will be fine. And that's everything on the outside, so let's go inside. All right, Roger, on the inside of your coach, your faucet will lift up and down, and you've got on and off and hot and cold water. You'll just have to adjust it to the temperature you like, and also you can kind of adjust the water pressure that way as well. Your stove lifts directly up. You just turn the gas on to the desired flame level, and then hit the igniter, and you're good to go with the gas. Now your refrigerator is 12 volt, 110 or LP. It's a simple fridge, and all your selectors are right on the front here. So if you want it off, it's off. If you want it on LP, it's the little flame. If you want it on electric, it's the plug-in cord. And if you want it on battery, it's just simply the battery. There is an on-off switch over here. The little green light will let you know that it's on, and that way you can adjust it to whatever setting you would like. You can't have it on without having the selector switch on. Okay. This here will also give you your temperature. So if it's too hot or too cold for you, you'd like your bottles of water a little colder, or if it's freezing up stuff on you, you can always adjust your temperature just by turning the knob 1 to 5, hot to cold. All of your cabinets are just literally push-pull cabinets, very easy to use. Drawers all have hinges in the back, so you don't have to mess with any kind of bracing or anything like that. You just lift them up, get what you need out, and then shut it right back. Now this is your CD DVD player. You just turn it on with the power button up top. If you want to put a DVD in, you just push the DVD in, and then it will literally start playing on your television if your TV is on. You can adjust Bluetooth on here. You can do radio, CD, DVD, even MP3 players. If you have the aux port like my daughters have for their phones, you can just plug it right up and you're good to go with whatever you want to do on that end. So let's talk about the shower for a second. You've got a LED light up here in the shower, and then your shower head will literally just be a hot and cold water, and then you've got your handle here. Your handle has an on-off selector switch. So what you want to do is get in the shower, get the temperature correct, and then turn the water off. That way you can get in there, make sure everything is sealed. You don't have to worry about it. Excuse me. And then once you get in, turn the water temperature, or turn the water back on, release the pressure off the knob here. Get wet, soap up, shower off, and then you can kill it. That way the next person can get in, or you can just turn the water off either way. But that little selector switch there will save you some water in the long run. This can be handheld, or it will hook up here in the shower. It's just got its own little hanger. It should be hung up the way it is now. Your toilet is just a pull flush toilet. After you use the toilet to let water in, it's got a lever on the side. All you do is pull it halfway, and then that halfway will let water fill up in the toilet, and then you pull it the rest of the way, and it will dump into the holding tank. So that is pretty simple. Your door does have a travel lock here, so if you're going down the road and you would happen to hit a bump or something, it would try to pop open. You always want to make sure your lock is in the travel position here. All right, air conditioner. Let's talk about the air conditioner for a second. If it's on fan mode, you don't have to worry about this little guy, but it does have an air conditioner fan button over here beside the air conditioner. And all that does is help cool it down and regulate the temperature during the summertime when the air conditioner compressor would actually be on. So you don't need it if it's just on fan, but if you do have the air conditioner on, turn on the air conditioner fan button. And that's all that is. TV is on a swing arm bracket, so it will swing out to where you can adjust it to watch TV however you like. This one does not have the TV in it at the moment, but you want to make sure that the little bungee travel latch here is locked in position whenever you're traveling, otherwise the TV will want to wiggle a little bit. Okie dokie, let's talk about the hot water system. Now underneath this bench here is where the hot water and the heat system is. It's the Aldi system. Very easy to use, and we'll show you how to use that in just a second. You should never need to open this bench door. It's actually screwed down because they don't want you messing with it and storing stuff inside there that could be hazardous. There is a fuse on the back side of this unit that if you ever had a problem where you weren't getting any kind of heat, you couldn't get it on propane, couldn't get it on electric, you could take this one screw out, open this up, and there's a lid. You pull the lid up and there's a fuse back in behind here to where that would be basically your fail-safe. So with that being said, let's look at the wall mount unit here itself. This is a very simple unit to use. All you do is hit the button that says power, wait till it comes up. It'll tell you how warm it is inside of here and what setting is on at the moment. You hit menu, and then you'll have the little house emblem. The little house emblem will just allow you to turn the temperature higher or lower just by pushing the digital button there. And then the shower is your hot water temperature. So you can do higher temperature hot water or lower, either way. The electric lightning bolt is for the electric system. So if you want the hot water and the house heat on electric, you can do it that way just by turning it on or off. The electric has two levels, one setting and two settings. All you need to do if you want it hotter, you can do the second setting. It just 1, 2. And on the propane, it's literally on-off. There's nothing really to do with that. After you get it set, you can give it a couple minutes and it would go back to the main screen, or you could hit the menu and it'll tell you what your temperature setting is on the inside and what's going on right now. Right now, the only thing that's on is the heat, and it's on to the house. So it'll tell you what's on. If you were to change this setting and turn on propane and turn on the heat and turn on the hot water and turn on electric, it would literally tell you that there was something wrong because you can't have both the systems on at the same time. But that's all there is to that. Okay, storage will be underneath this bench here. You can access it. There's a drawer on the end, or you can pull this out. This is where your power cord usually stays, and also your jack handle. You can pull it inside, pull it outside from inside the unit, or outside the unit, either way. Alright, so the bed, we've kind of got this one torn apart where the guys are checking it out here in the shop. The table works off, and I want to, if you can get in on this here, Derek, this travel latch is only, you don't have to mess with this when it's in the down position. When it's in the up position, that's when this little yellow handled latch comes into play. A lot of people can't get the table back down, but it's because the latch is actually locked into place. So the table, they're always ornery when they're brand new, so you got to give it a little bit of love there. You see on this position here, when it's up, it will not go back down because the travel latch is in place. So you want to make sure that the lock is in place when you have it all the way up. Alright. So to make this into a bed, all you want to do is take your table here. The best thing to do is take your hand on it on this middle bar. You got to watch because there's a couple pinch points here. But take your hand on the middle bar with your thumb here and just start pushing down, and you'll see the table is actually going to go and drop right down into its base position here. From here, all you want to do is, I usually get the table out of the way for a second, because on the back you've got your bench. There's a little handle back here. If you can get a hold of the handle, pull it up till it latches, and you see that it sits up in this position here. So when you want to lay it down, you just pull it forward until you hear it click, and you got to have this cushion here out of the way. So you pull this forward until you hear it click, and then it'll lay straight down. So the funny shaped cushion like this, you pretty much need to pull these out and get them out of the way. So now it's ready to make a bed. Now these lights back here, by the way, are individually directed. You can turn them in, turn them out, however you like, and they are literally just push button lights. Really nothing to those. So I always get these cushions here and just get them totally out of the way, and then you put them back in the back, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So let's get the table back into the down position. All right, so this would be the normal position here. You've got your table down. Your dinette seats are in the seated position. All you want to do is pull your dinette seats down, shove them down, and then shove them all the way over. And that will make the rest of your bed here. And then your cushions, you can put them back in or you can leave them out. It doesn't matter. They'll just Velcro right back against the wall. Some people leave them in, some people leave them out. Now the only thing we haven't talked about are your blinds. This will be your night blind. This will be your privacy blind. You just pull it straight up, push it straight down. This is your shade. You have shades on all of your windows, including your front window and also your door. Your door has a shade on it as well. So this shade here will pull down. Now these two shades will lock together. There's a snap on this back side that you can readily see. It's a big gray snap, you can't miss it. So what you want to do is if you can actually move both of the units together at the same time, or you can just open it up to have just no shade or no screen at all. The only thing that we haven't talked about, Roger, is your monitor panel. And it will be right here. Now what this will tell you your level of your battery. So right now the battery is at 12.3. After it charges up for 15 minutes, it'll be at 13.6. Your freshwater tank is 0%. This is all in percents here. Your gray water tank is 0%. Your black water tank is 0%. Your water pump, you can always tell when it's on, it has the green light, and you can feel some air trying to come out of the system when the water pump is on. Also, you can hear it if it's quiet. We got some machines running in the background right now. Put the water pump on, water pump off. You do have charging stations up here, USB plugs, and also just a 110 power outlet on the inside. Well, that's everything about this Tab S floor plan. That's the same as your Tab Plus. If you have any questions, please give me a call here at Haydocy Airstream RV, Columbus, Ohio. Thanks so much.